Hello, I'm Tony, and today we are taking a look at one of the huge back catalogue of SNK games that Prime Gaming are giving away until the end of November 2023. This is Ghost Pilots, a shooter in the same vein as a classic 1942, which most people probably won't know, but I remember playing in arcades as a kid. Not in 1942 though, this came out in 1991, and the graphics and sound are pretty much what you'd expect at that time. Things are a bit blocky, but they're colourful and recognisable with some nice touches. Tanks and planes cast shadows on the ground, and animations like the enemy planes looping in to attack you are simple but quite effective. Things blow up in decent looking explosions, along with appropriate sound effects. The soundtrack isn't great though, it's pretty repetitive and, fortunately, can be turned down individually via the shared SNK wrapper that most of these games come with now. Graphics and sound, they're fine. As with all of these classic games, the gameplay is the thing to focus on, so let's do that. This is such a straightforward game, I'm not going to be talking about it for long. You take control of a plane and can fly around the screen using the D-pad, shooting planes and tanks with an upgradable machine gun as the screen scrolls forward. You dodge bullets, hopefully, and you can throw down a limited number of bombs that do huge damage. At the start of the game you can choose between two bomb types, one that creates a big explosion that you can actually hide in, or one that creates like a blanket of fire. I prefer the first one. Occasionally a group of red planes will fly in, and if you shoot all of them you get a power up that either upgrades your machine gun or gives you another bomb. Some enemies drop stars, which provide extra points at the end of a stage. Each stage has two bosses, which are extremely tanky planes, tanks or boats, that kind of thing, which fill the screen with bullets and flames and whatever. It's definitely the best place to use your bombs if you can save them. There's no finish in this game. The game just recycles through the levels endlessly. The purpose is just to get the highest score. That SNK wrapper that I was talking about provides standard options here. You can change the number of lives and the number of continues, which scores provide bonus lives as you play, and you can set a difficulty level between 1 and 8. On mid to high difficulty levels it's quite tricky, since it speeds stuff up significantly and the enemies fire a lot more bullets at you right from the start. It's not exactly easy on lower levels, especially the bosses, and the difficulty ramps up as you play through the stages, as you'd expect. The difficulty is added to by the D-pad being used rather than the joystick on a controller. It feels quite sluggish and to me feels a bit unnatural now after years of using the joystick to move around. That's the game. It's straightforward, shoot stuff, don't get shot. It's enjoyable for a while. If you get frustrated, you have the option to continue indefinitely if you want to see it, because you can brute force your way through. You know, the progress you've made doesn't get lost at all, and the health of a boss doesn't reset. Obviously, don't expect this to be like a long-term game. It's more a quick nostalgic trip to a past we moved on from for a reason, but it still has its charms. I'm not exactly recommending this. It is what it is, you can see what it is. If that appeals to you, go get it, it's free. Okay, that's all I've got to say about this one. A nice quick review. I enjoyed this for a while, until I didn't. And now I'm moving on. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.